Brothers Con Watch Pod. Like, subscribe, yeah. Alright, here we are, Patty. Episode 17. Can you believe it? Still alive. 100 subscribers.
Number 17 just cracked 3 figures, bud.
Into the triple digits.
If you're one of those 100 people, what the fuck is wrong with you? Apart from mom.
Thank you so much, but you're also sick in the head.
Also, yeah, just get a life. You know, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's...
Go out, touch grass, rub your toes in the grass or something.
Nicely done, Pat. That's really gonna reel him in. Okay, so
oh shit, are you recording?
Yeah. So F1 has a KFC meal now. Did you see this commercial?
I deliberately did not watch the commercial yet.
Let's check it out.
Make KFC your go-to pit stop for
Look at that gravy.
4 boxes to turn hungry into a victory lap. Alright, I'm back. Fill up 4 ways at KFC and see F1 the movie in theater.
And it's got the special peach Mountain Dew back there.
Oh, talk about are you garbage?
Special peach Mountain Dew. So I guess this is for
Shout out to the boys.
So I suppose it's for the F1 movie, because all I see is the made-up team from the movie here. IWC
These are
and
all...
AMG.
Yeah, these are all APX GP cars. That's the team.
4 boxes that turn.
That's the team that Bradley Pitt and whomever else is on.
That's Brad Pitt and that African guy's team. Yeah.
What's his? Oh, Damson Idris. Damn son.
Damn son.
His name is Damn son.
Damn son.
Damn son, where'd you get this?
Where'd you get that?
Damn son, where'd you find this?
Yeah, so that's Brad's teammate.
I've not seen any of these movies he's in. I've seen The Twilight Zone and Black Mirror. I don't know if I've seen the ones that he was in. But
Smithereens.
But anyway,
I don't know. Yeah, Black Mirror does rule.
Yeah, Black Mirror is awesome.
Yeah, but this is fucking wild, dude. Like, I don't know. I would say any time before Drive to Survive came out,
this would have never happened.
No one in the U.S. even knew what F1 was. Like 1 out of 50 people, maybe.
Right. I mean, Rush is probably my favorite racing movie of all time, and nobody saw that.
Nobody watched that.
Yeah. And it's like the only good racing movie.
Dude, you know what I watched the other day? Have you seen? It's a short film. It's like 25 minutes long. It's on YouTube, and it's called Group B.
No.
It's about Group B rally.
Sounds awesome, though.
Okay, yeah, jot that down.
I don't think I've seen that.
It has the one of the guys from Game of Thrones is like the lead. He's one of the oh Christ! There's no way I'm gonna be able to remember Game of Thrones characters' names.
Campbell?
Richard Madden, yeah, he's one of the the wolves in Game of Thrones. Ned Stark, the Starks. He's one of the Starks.
He's Rob, isn't he?
Yeah, he's Rob. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember hearing about this when it came out, but I don't think I ever saw it.
It just came through on my YouTube suggested yesterday, and I had watched it I don't know, a long time ago. Yeah. But I watched it again, and man, it fucking rocks.
I'll have to check that out. Brothers Pod.
He's a Group B driver that killed his buddy. His best friend was his co-driver, and he killed him in an accident, and he's trying to come back. It is deep shit, dude. It's awesome. All right, but anyway.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Sounds pretty sweet. Anyway.
Yeah, it's just quick 20-minute bang through it.
Yeah. Moving right along, Ford is dropping a new vintage retro package for the Mustang, and it is awesome.
You like this, huh?
I love it. I think this is the coolest thing Ford has done in such a long time. I love the teal. I love the white accents up front. I love the rally block wheels. I love the plaid interior. I mean, this is the coolest thing Ford's done in a long time.
Does it have plaid interior?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. That's sick.
Yeah, and you have to get the...
I don't know. I'd rather have the Fox body next to it, honestly.
Well, I mean, it's the coolest thing since that, you know. And I mean,
Yeah.
I love the Focus RS, but man, I think this thing looks awesome, and I would really like to have one. It's a hell of a lot cooler than anything else Ford's been doing lately.
Yeah, I guess lately.
You don't
I
seem
don't know,
too enthused on it.
It's definitely cool.
It's fucking teal and white, dude.
I don't love the wheels. I wish they would have just made them look more like Fox body wheels.
Yeah, I mean,
because I think are those the same wheels from the Mach-E Rally?
I don't think
Look up
so.
the Mach-E
Let's
Rally.
see. Mach-E with a Rally.
Yeah, the Rally E.
No, I like these better.
Okay, so those are more like straight ahead, like 1552 rallies kind of thing.
OZ Rally wheels or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like these better.
And
frankly.
so and that's sort of, I guess, the vibe they were going for. They look like rally wheels, but I feel like they should have like, look at the fucking wheels on the Fox body, dude.
Yeah.
Just give me those.
I like these turbofan type ones better, but frankly, I like the ones on the Mach-E better. Best of all, if they put those on here, or just some plain old OZ turbofans.
Yeah.
That'd be best. Okay, so Supercar Blondie wants you to know that an 18-year-old Californian crypto grifter has bought a Lamborghini for his first car.
Supercar Blondie, you say?
Yeah, this is the Supercar Blondie segment of the show. This
Recurring segment now.
Yeah, I guess she's now shilling for crypto grifters. I mean,
You don't say.
This is
I gotta tell you, Austin, I'm shocked to hear this.
This is really the logical next step for her.
Yeah, after we saw her totally legit auction site.
Yeah, Wang helped found, or maybe it's Wong, helped found Fortune Collective, an exclusive crypto trading community. On the company's website, let's check out his website here. Alex Choi, $500 to $1 million in 6 months. James Wong,
Whoa.
gamer to self-made millionaire. And of course, Shams Nur, first-class mentor. How do I reserve? How much do I need to pay to get these classes? How much is your starting capital? 0 to $9.99. Erring on the side of 0.
Let's start there. 100,000 plus.
Yeah. So this is a video about how they told him that he couldn't get a Lambo for his first car at 18, so he went ahead and did it anyway. A Huracan Evo. I mean, if you're
Well, he did get it, huh?
evidently. I mean, he probably just rented it. That's what all these fucking freaks do, you know? They just rent it, and then they're like, yo, this is my car.
And he did so for an important reason.
to get you onto his crypto grift.
To fucking scam the shit out of you.
Alright. Speaking of Crime Corner, how about this? Tell me about this Vegas couple that stole $57 million in supercars.
Oh. You talking about the Rees?
Is there something going on with this Chiron here?
Is it a Chiron or is it a Devo?
I don't. Maybe that's what it is. Because something looks not right about it to me. Like this rocker panel thing isn't right.
Yeah, I think it's a Devo. They were all in that. And fair carbon too. The chrome wheels were an interesting choice.
Oh yeah, must be. Yeah, it's got this weird rocker thing too in the fender vents. Cool.
Yeah.
So this is an even more expensive
So that's like
Chiron.
Yeah. They're like, I don't know, 10 million.
Look at a cigarette butt too.
And it's a center console with 2,500 horsepower, 500 horsepower outboards on the back of that pig. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So anyway, I think these people they were trying to get people to invest in expensive cars. They have a bunch of business. They have like a wrapping not talking about
He's
rapping.
talking about rapping
Talking about
presents.
rapping.
How you be wrapping up a present? Man, you a fool.
Yeah.
That's the kind of wrapping I'm talking about, like wrapping cars.
Right.
And detailing, and yeah, they had some other shit, restaurants. But I think the grift here was that they were getting people to invest in these kind of cars.
Bare carbon whitas.
Yeah, expensive luxury cars in general, because they said they could sell them for 5x in Singapore or something.
Oh, okay. So
or the Philippines, or
they claim to have some kind of supercar
Yeah.
arbitrage thing going on.
yeah, they said they had a connect where they could, like, you guys help us buy all these cars, and then we'll sell them for 10x in the Philippines or wherever it was because of import taxes, and we can get around that, or
Right.
some greasy stuff that definitely was never going to work.
The fuck is this thing?
And a bunch of idiots. That is an Apollo Intenzione.
Emozione. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the Gumpert guy.
Yeah.
That his next company has got a Ferrari V12 in the back, and sequential gearbox. They're wild, and they're super expensive. But yeah, the Rees got a bunch of dum-dums to buy all these cars, and then had no intention of ever trying to sell them in the Philippines, I don't think.
The Apollo.
They just took all that money.
Emozione. Why did I think those had like a crazy, Chevy small block in them? I see. It's got the F-140.
They may have at one point.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
This one did. Let's see. The Gumpert had a Chevy small block in it, didn't it?
No, Gumpert had
Audi.
an Audi V8, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Apollo Projectivo. This one had an F-140 as well. That's not a real car. This is the Supercar. Blondie's probably driven it.
Yeah, Supercar Blondie's got 2 of them for sale right now.
She's like, look at it, it's a car.
She's got that and a couple of Aspark Owls on the lot.
Spark Owl. Speaking of electric BS, what about the Xiaomi SU7?
Oh, the Xiaomi.
704957 around the Nurburgring.
Yeah, for what equates to $72,000. is the price of that thing.
Yeah. So
And the Rimac is $3 million, and the Turbo GT Visoc is $300,000 or something.
yeah, this thing is cheaper than a Corvette if you get the heated seats.
You're right. It has 1,500 horsepower tri-motors. They had it cranked up so they said he clocked 215 on the long straight at the ring. You know, the one where you go under the bridge thingy.
Of course, yeah, 217 they say.
217 he clocked.
Nearly reached during its record breaking. So maybe that's the theoretical top speed, but maybe not quite during the Nurburgring run.
Yeah.
0 to 60 in 1.98. Wow.
Yeah, under 2. So it's right there with all the crazy electric cars, like
Tesla
the
Plaid
the
and, yeah.
the Lucid Sapphire and the Ramats, and all the great,
Pininfarina Battista.
Pininfarina.
The Battista, yeah, 72K.
Wow. So even with the 100% tariff, that's still only 140 grand. It's still crazy.
It's still cheap. Yeah.
Wow. They could still sell this here even with the Biden era tariff. I don't know if there's I don't know if Trump tariffs have piled on top of that. I assume so. Maybe the additional 50% China tariff kicks in on that too. I don't know, because I don't think they really sell any Chinese cars here, do they?
No.
Yeah.
No, not yet. And I assume that's for a number of reasons that they don't meet whatever regulations, plus the tariffs and
100% tariff plus 50% tariff plus regulations plus who knows what.
plus you got to have some stupid bumpers and a little side marker on the side. Although honestly, that thing looks like it looks like a Model S. Like
Yeah, I mean
I can't tell it ever.
I think it looks like a Taycan.
Yeah, Taycan. I don't know. I think the greenhouse to me just looks exactly like a Model S, which is, it's a good looking car.
Yeah, I mean, come on. Look at that.
Oh, is that the S? That's it on top, huh?
Yeah,
Okay,
you can't
yeah,
even tell which is which, can you?
I guess you're right.
Yeah, I mean,
But you see what I mean?
yeah, they all
You see
kind
what
of
I mean
look the same.
with the greenhouse? It's a little bit tough. That
Yes.
picture's not as good. The other one you had, but
The
yeah, I mean they
Porsche-
all.
The Porsche C-Pillar is certainly sexier.
Yeah, except one of them is 250 grand and one of them's like $8.
Yeah, exactly. And they all kind of look like fast and bulbous Fisker Karmas.
Fast and bulbous.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
But
man, I always thought this was just about the ugliest car ever made.
you like the Fisker, huh?
No, I mean just one. It's got a mustache up front like Finn McMissile. Two, I mean it's so strange looking. I mean it's got good angles, I suppose. From the rear it doesn't look bad, but then you start looking here and you're like, wow, this is a handsome car, and then your eyes drift out here and you're like, ooh. It looks like it's supposed to be like a low-slung like coupe, like a Corvette or something with this long front end, but then there's all this in the middle.
And Finn McMissile's mustache.
And Finn
which is
McMissile's
the
mustache
funniest
up front.
thing you've ever said. Look up the Karma Rivero.
Yeah.
It was like they
The
bought that. They bought this-
reimagination, yeah.
Yeah. They kind of stretched it out a little bit even more somehow.
That's what it needed. It needed to be stretched out more. It needed to be even dumpier in the rear end. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like at least they've turned it into a big fish mouth instead of a mustache.
They got rid of the best part.
Yeah, they got rid of the best
And
part.
stash.
This was classy, you know. The name is Bond. Why don't you get out of my dreams and into my car?
Why don't you get off your board and get out of my dreams and into my car?
Who's the bad guy in that movie?
Professor Zundap?
Professor Zundap.
Yeah. Who is a
Of course.
who is a Jonas Zundap, I believe.
Yeah.
Sorry, a Zundap Jonas. Yeah.
Zundap Jonas.
Giannis, maybe? There it is. Can't tell which side's
There
the
he
front
is.
end. It's exactly the same front and backwards, and it even has doors on both.
I watched a video about the Citroen Ami today.
Oh, yeah.
Are you familiar with the Ami?
Yeah, you've seen it go sideways at the hairpin
when
at
it
Monaco.
rolled around the Monaco hairpin, yeah.
Yeah.
No, the front and rear body panels are interchangeable on that car.
That's awesome. There we go. This one makes it. He does wiggle the rear wheel, though, but coming back down is when he runs into trouble.
Yeah, here he goes. Gonna go for another
Oops.
one.
Thank God there's these
Oh.
bollards there, otherwise this poor woman would have been killed.
Oh, dead.
Yeah.
Splat.
Killed by a Citroen Ami. You just got killed by a Daewoo Lanos.
You just got killed by a Daewoo Lanos, motherfucker! How you like me now, huh?
Looks like that one did not have the optional panoramic roof. Shame. Pity.
Maybe the panoramic roof would have allowed for a little more flexion around that corner.
It needs weight on top.
Yep. I don't think it could take all that speed it gathered going downhill there.
All right. Yeah, let's quit screwing around here. Cadillac 1-2 at Le Mans this year, baby.
Yeah, for qualifying, of course, but you've heard all these allegations about everyone else sandbagging because it doesn't really matter, right?
Fuck them. That's bullshit. Was
Approximately 10 hours later.
was Penske sandbagging when the wheel fell off?
Probably not.
See that?
No, that
I
sounds
think
pretty
they hired.
cool, though.
I think they hired Haas's pit crew because they came out to do their second run, and the wheel fell off of the 963, which turned out to be underweight.
You talking about Indy 500?
No.
Oh, because that happened there too.
Okay. So Penske's really on a roll.
Penske and wheels being attached are two things that don't go together very well.
There he is.
So.
Goes 963 to the track.
No, I did not hear
Yeah,
that.
I don't know if you'll be able to find a video of it. Yeah. And that, I mean, that may have had something to do with it as well, because there was just a wheel on the track.
Right.
During hyperpole qualifying.
Right. But you know, qualifying doesn't matter all that much on a 24-hour race.
No, of course not. But you know, you look at the times in qualifying, and they're tenths apart.
Right.
You know, so if Cadillac can get it right and not have breakdowns and crashes and problems, then I mean, I see it as just as important as F1 qualifying.
Yeah. I mean, I'm hoping for the best.
They were tight. I mean, yeah, they're, you know, it's, you could look at the
qualifying
times for qualifying, but I bet there's not more than a second or two in it between all of them, except the Valkyrie, which is probably like 8 seconds behind, but it's the coolest one. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it also is the only one with the NAV12 and no hybrid. Yeah, I mean,
Doesn't have time.
I think I saw earlier it was like tenths apart.
They are tenths apart.
Yeah, it's crazy how tight they are in such a long lap.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm surprised there's not just a big list somewhere I can look at.
Yeah. You wouldn't think it would be that hard to find.
No.
But it's
well.
okay, because I mean, I think that your point remains. I mean, it's a whole day of racing. Anything can happen.
Right.
But I think, sandbagging or not, I don't buy that shit. I don't know.
Yeah, that was the Cadillac driver that was saying that. One of the Cadillac drivers. So.
Yeah, he's just being modest.
being honest. He's saying that's the only reason we're winning is because other teams are sandbagging, but you know, who knows?
That is modest, right? It doesn't matter.
So Penske cheating at Le Mans, cheating again after Penske's getting a bit of a rep. Yeah, completing the trifecta after Indy and Daytona incidents.
Porsche's gonna want that 963 RSP back.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, you cheated on 3 in a row.
Yeah, and for the most un-German reason ever, which was they were underweight. How could you not waste the car?
You did not waste the car?
Yeah, so Penske caught cheating at Le Mans is a bit of a clickbaity title, I think.
Sensational.
But yeah, sensationalized. That's the word I was looking for. But I mean, still, the weight is, you know, one of the most important things you can have in this level of racing. Like there are rules. This is not fucking knobs.
And it's
Okay, my friend. You're entering a world of pain.
the type of thing that'll get you disqualified.
Yeah, and now Porsche has to start from the back when they should have been probably, you know, top 3.
Yeah. Of course, you got 24 hours. Starting from the back, not the biggest deal. As long as everything weighs right at the end.
Long race, but still, again, as tight as the field is going to be, and as competitive as the field is going to be, you know, Cadillac, they've been at it for, is this their 3rd year? I think
so.
now. They're probably not going to be plagued by reliability issues or anything. So, and they've got fucking amazing drivers, as everybody does. So you have to assume that there's not going to be any, you know, cop out major disasters that are going to hand the win to anybody.
You sure hope not. And we're gonna have some. Most importantly, we're gonna have some privateers running big naturally aspirated Corvettes. So, you know, there's still. So God.
That's right.
Is
How'd
real.
the Corvettes? How'd the BMWs qualified first in GT3, right?
I don't know. I don't know how they qualified.
I know the Corvettes looked quick. I watched like the condensed. I watched like a 15-minute overview of it.
Yeah, I know the C8's won its class before. Now, but
Yeah.
that was with the factory team back when they had a factory team.
There's no C8 factory team anymore?
No, Corvette factory racing is over.
Since
I believe
this
last
year, is that?
I think last year was the last year for it.
How about that?
Yeah. Let's see. There, 23
Damn,
was the
that's a
last
shame.
year. Yep. And they won their final year.
They were just like, we're fucking done.
Yep. So the C8.
They had to focus on ZR1.
I suppose
Although
so.
that was Pratt and Miller the whole time too, wasn't it?
Yep. Yeah, Pratt and Miller was manufactured all the old ones at least. I assume they made the C7s and C8s as well, but definitely the C5s and C6s. So yeah, the C8 won Le Mans, the C7R won Le Mans, the C6R won Le Mans, and the C5R won Le Mans. So
That's crazy that they would kill the factory. They'll probably be back.
probably will at some point, but you know, there's privateers still around them, so you'll still get to see some
Let's go.
naturally aspirated V8 Chevy action out there. Come on, back to me, good Betty.
Know who we're rooting for, not them pussy V6 Ferraris.
Yeah, we ain't rooting for them commies and their V6s. So the actual pricing on the GTD has now been announced.
And it's butt fuck expensive, isn't it?
It's
yes,
not-
300.
Yeah, well, I mean, originally they were saying that it was going to be around this, and then there was rumors coming out that it was going to be like 600,000.
Oh, that's right.
I
Yeah.
don't know if Ford maybe leaked that to try and take the sting away when they when they announced that it was actually only going to be 330,000 after Destination and Gas Guzzler. So I mean, I suppose
Still hurts right after Chevy drops the ZR1 at 185 or whatever it is.
right, and yeah, I don't think they've published any Nurburgring times or anything for that, so maybe you could still hang your hat on this. But man,
Not for long.
that seems like
One would assume.
seems like a lot of bread for a Mustang.
Yeah, I mean it is pretty special. It's it's made by what's it called up in Canada, the race team.
Is it the ones that made the Ford GT? What are they called?
Mhm.
What do I keep wanting to say Megatech, but that's the company that used to own Lamborghini.
Those are the Indonesians that owned Lamborghini in the 90s.
Yeah. What are they called? Shit. Multimatic.
And they make Multimatic. They make the dampers for all the Ferraris and stuff.
Yeah.
And they're making this GTD too, I believe.
I think that's right.
Full carbon body, very limited production. It's a special car, but
Inboard suspension, yada yada yada. But
yeah,
it's also a $350,000 Mustang.
it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Patty. So that's about it for the news. We got a couple listings, we got a couple games to play. But real quick, I want to show you two listings. We can breeze right through these. This won't take long.
Yeah.
So
I tried to look for some listings today. I was like, man, I've been forgetting about listings.
So the first one I got for you is a a Focus RS that sold for $42,000.
Well, that's big money for a Focus RS.
Reserve not met. It's only got 700. Yeah, I mean it's only got 700 miles on it. And
so who bought a Focus RS and just stuck it away?
And it's got this weird long dingus dildo shifter on it with
yeah,
with this exposed linkage modification on there.
But with Alcantara stitched dong knob on the top of it.
Dong nozzle.
Dong knob.
Yeah, but I mean, look at that. Sticker was 41.1. This thing has
didn't lose a dime on it.
This thing appreciated. Sold for 42.
What? I bet it didn't keep up with inflation from 2016, though.
Oh, I'm sure it didn't, but you know, the fact of the matter.
Yeah, but he didn't. He bought a Focus RS and parked it. What a weird car to buy and park.
Right, and I guess find another one like this.
Yeah.
But still, it was crazy to me that this car sold for more than MSRP.
Yeah.
I mean, they've held their value well, but
I mean, if he didn't put any miles on it, that means he probably never sent it back for the 17 recalls either.
Oh yeah, never got the correct head gasket put onto it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
hopefully the new owner doesn't plan to use it either.
Yeah, because for those who don't know, these have the same motor as the EcoBoost. At least the same, a very similar head and very similar cylinder spacing and everything, but they do have additional water passages in here. And at the factory, the Mustang head gaskets were installed onto some of these, and they were just blowing head gaskets left and right. So no word on whether or not this one's had the service done, or if 2016 may have been after this. I don't remember exactly when that issue was propping up, because eventually they fixed it. But either way,
I figured 2016 was like when they came out.
That's
gotta
right?
be an early one, right?
I don't know. I thought maybe they were like 15 or 14, but I could be wrong. Let's see. Oh, this is gonna be hard to say because they've been really making the RSs for years.
Yeah,
and years in other markets.
In other markets.
Yeah.
So I guess we.
Here we go. This is it. 2015. The Mark III Ford Focus RS was unveiled. So yeah, this would be an early one. This probably is one that needs the recall.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, fascinating.
Oh, that's interesting, because
Oh, there we go.
You know, that car.
Head gasket recall performed.
Oh, all right.
Yep.
Well, that's good.
So I showed you that one.
So
Sorry, what?
I was gonna say he took it in for that, but I was also gonna say, like, that is a car that I occasionally will have a little peruse on like Auto Trader and stuff.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, what a cool car. And I figured they're, if they have had the head gasket recall performed, I can get like an 85,000 miler for like 25 maybe.
Right. I mean,
and what an absolute ripper.
Well, yeah. I mean, they do rip. They make 350 horsepower, 350 torque from a little 4-cylinder with a fancy trick all-wheel drive system where they can put most of the power to the rear, like an Evo or an STI or something like that. I mean, this would be a cool car. Only in stick shift. Comes with these awesome Recaro seats. I mean, like, what's not to like? But I showed you that car to show you this car. This too is a Ford Focus RS.
This one definitely has not had the head gasket thing performed.
This one probably blew the head gasket and then had a new one put on.
Yeah, he's on his 4th engine, this guy.
Yeah. Now this
a different dildo shifter he has on this one. Go back.
This one sold for $24K. Different dildo. This one has a like welding burn dildo on it.
Yeah, it's an ombre effect.
Yeah. Now, even
That's
the
a well-used dildo.
Even the wing has a flame on it.
Oh man!
And he's got any car you see that has these little struts on any of the aftermarket aero stuff,
Yeah,
you know you're in for it. And speaking of
that's
which,
a good sign.
you get some more up front here with flames on the little struts.
Get the struts. Oh, flames on the struts.
Yeah.
Holy, so no stone left unturned.
Yeah. And the reason he put this.
And on the mirrors.
Yep, and on the mirrors. And it was nitrous blue underneath, so it had like a several $1,000 tri-coat paint or 4-coat paint option on it. How much is it?
And wait, is it a wrap?
$700.
Wrap?
Thank God, yes. But it's a $700 quad coat paint option underneath. But yeah, it has these flames wrapped onto it.
Oh man, this guy is awesome.
Yeah, so this is the other side of the coin. It was in an accident, as you can see here. Crunched in the front. So,
Okay, not too bad.
yeah, but instead of doing, dentless paint removal, they went ahead and
Wrapped her up.
wrapped her up, hammered her out, and wrapped it, pal. And
You know they make wraps in electric blue or whatever that color's called.
Well, why would you do that when you could get one in this sweet hot rod flame job?
Yeah, you know what? You're right. When you put it like that.
Even with the holes cut in the hood, though I believe this is a carbon hood, so it's not like they cut into that original sweet paint that it had.
Yeah, he really leaned into it after that.
Yeah, so in the spirit of the game I've prepared for you of price comparisons, much like the one you
Wait,
got
one
for
more
me.
second on listings.
Mhm.
Go back down. Was that it's like a 964 turbo down there? Scroll down.
Where?
Right, no, up. Right, the first one on the listings on the right side here. Keep going up.
Right here?
Oh yeah, no, the featured
930?
one right there.
Yeah.
Is it a 930 with
Yeah.
roof wheels?
Yeah, it appears to have
Machi.
roof wheels. I don't know if this sweet it's got the squishy bumper and I don't know and a T-tray wing, my favorite wing of the old turbos.
No, that vent is factory too. It looks like Harry Metcalf's Turbo S.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
usually.
you know Harry's car, the
Huh?
red one. His is like a factory Turbo S, special roof wheels. There's like 2 of them or whatever.
Oh, here we go. Roof front bumper. That explains it. I was gonna say usually you see these on like the what do you call them? The shark nose,
Slant nose.
slant nose. Is that what Harry's is?
Yeah. No, Harry's looks like this. See if you can find his.
Harry Metcalf 930.
Yeah, there we go.
Ah, okay. Cool. Yeah, he's got a T-tray wing too.
Yeah, but you see the vent.
Yeah.
His was like a Sonderwunsch car.
Sonderwunsch.
Special wishes.
Yeah. There it is. Sonderwunsch.
Where they actually send it over to roof. In period.
Yeah.
And Harry dropped a video the other day where he drives it to the roof factory and talks to Alois. And I clocked this car. I was like, holy shit, that can't be one of those Turbo S roof thingies like Harry has, but it's not. This one's clearly been retrofitted with all this stuff, but
with the wheels and the
cool car.
bumper, yeah.
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 Cool fucking car.
Very cool. In fact, I'd probably rather have this one, especially if it's only going to go for 60 grand.
Yeah.
Then you're getting most of the way there.
I doubt it. That thing rocks. Okay, moving on.
All right, so yeah, in the spirit of the car comparison game, I thought that was a fun little dichotomy to show you the two Ford Focuses.
Yeah.
A tale of two foci.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. God damn it, that happens so often.
That would be bad. Okay, so for your game that I've prepared for you here, Patty, it's much like the one you prepared for me last week. So
okay.
So speaking of 930s, I've got you a 930 Turbo Carrera, a 1977. It's got 60,000 miles shown on a repaired odometer. It's of course a manual. And it has the Blaupunkt cassette stereo, and right next to it I've got a 12,000 mile also shown, also TMU, 2005 Acura NSX-T with some questionable wheels on it.
The Matt Farah spec.
The Matt Farah spec. Now the 930 is of course on Fuchs.
Proper Fuchs.
Fuchs. Which one of these do you think sold for more?
Oh,
and
man.
They both sold this week.
Oh, this is an 05, so final year NSX.
Final model year, yep. It's got the inset headlights, not the pop-ups. It is a Targa.
12,000 miles.
And it's
those NSXs are hot tamales right now. I'm going NSX.
NSX, great guess. You got it. 215 for the NSX.
Hachi, what was the 930?
177.
170. Yeah, those are still expensive as fuck. That's a sick one though.
Yeah. I mean, 250,000.
Black on black.
When this one sold, I was just like, what the fuck?
Dude, but 12,000 miles. I mean, that's a pretty special one.
I mean, look at the wheels it's on. It's on these weird 3-piece E30 knockoffs, or E46 knockoffs.
I assume it comes with the originals. It's got 12,000 miles, probably one owner.
I mean, I couldn't believe that. 215,000 is crazy. You're never gonna talk me out of that.
Yeah, I don't get why those cars have gotten so expensive. Because like an NA1 is not that different of a car, I don't think. But
right, and this one's been modified. It's got the wrong wheel on it and a Jay's Racing titanium exhaust and a spoon shift knob. Hector's running 3 NSXs with spoon shift knobs.
So forget about it, cuh.
So forget about it, cuh.
So forget about it, cuh.
All right. What about 7,000 mile Z06 3LZ Z07? This is a manual. It's a Vert C7 versus a 1983 Ferrari 308 GTSI Quattro Valvole.
Quattro Valvole spaghetti.
Quattro spaghettioli.
Parmigiani.
Parmigiani spaghettioli.
It's 54K on the 308 and no miles on the Corvette.
Brand new, pretty much unmodified. Does have a Jake air intake, but other than that, I'm pretty sure it's unmodified. The Ferrari,
he just got that from his buddy Jake.
He got
We just put Jake's on there.
I put Jake's air intake on there.
I borrowed that one from Jake.
Yeah.
It's nice though.
But
it runs good.
It is Z07 though, so these are the ones with like these back wheels are like 385s or something insane.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't think all that shit matters on Corvettes that much. I don't know. I'll give or take $5,000 on that.
Yeah.
But a nice QV 308, they both have to be like 60 or 70. No, the QV's probably more. I'm gonna go say 308.
It's the C7, 71K.
You're kidding.
67.5.
Oh, 67.
Yeah, they were.
Well, what I said they're both 60 or 70.
Yep, you were right there on both of them. All right, so what about a 12-mile, not 12K, a 12-mile 1993 Ford Mustang SVT Cobra? It is.
Whoa, that's the one that they used to make the new one. Look, that's the one from the picture.
Yeah, this is the one. This is the one that the FX is based off of. It's a manual, as all the Cobras were. It has the traction lock rear end. That's the one you want. It does come with the Marty report, so your boom report is going to be pre-filled out for you. You're going to be ready for the car show.
Whew.
We're going up against a 2002 575M. This one has been converted to a 6-speed manual. It's not a factory car.
6-speed conversion.
It's got 31K miles shown.
I know which one of these two cars I'd rather have.
Yeah, me too. But which one sold for more is the question. We're talking resale red over beige, just like you'd want.
Is this a trick question? Is this the most expensive SVT fucking Cobra of all time? Are they both recent?
They're both very recent, yeah.
Okay. Man, I just can't picture even a no-mile box body being over $100,000.
Yeah.
And I can picture a 575M with a 6-speed conversion being 150 or 150 plus. So I'm gonna go 575.
The Cobra went for $204,000 US dollars.
Oh my god.
Now, I don't know if there's some kind of money laundering going on. Or what?
That's really the only explanation. Man, somebody stole that 575.
Yeah, it was
Look at that
$80K more than the 575. Yeah. I mean, when
Wow.
when
You
this
picked some good ones here.
when this thing sold, I about threw up in my shoes.
610, yeah, just a couple days ago.
Yeah, we were watching this one at work, and I was like, "What is happening? What do you mean $204,000?"
Who is this drunk at 2 in the afternoon on a Thursday?
Exactly. I mean, really, really, really special ones are like 100K. You know, ones that are like SCCAs,
Yeah.
Cobra R's, really special Celines, that kind of thing. If they
Right.
have 12 miles,
That's like 100 grand.
yeah, it's like 100 grand. So when this one sold for 204, it was like, what the fuck? I mean, we looked at that notchback last week that went for like 80, and that one I couldn't believe either. So I don't know
Crazy.
I don't know what's happening with the Fox body market, but
So you saw that fucker and you're like, oh, dude, I'm gonna nail Pat in the ass so hard on a Comparo game.
100%. And I thought about, I didn't want to go too crazy, because then I thought you'd
Yeah.
know something was up.
Yeah, exactly. You could have put like a GT3 next
Yeah.
to it or something.
I thought if I put this 930 up there, you'd be like, okay, something's going on here. But I thought maybe I'd get you with the Maranello 6-speed conversion, and God, I did. Okay.
Well, I immediately thought, I was like, maybe this is a
a setup.
question.
You
You know, Fox body versus 550,
Yeah.
but there's no way.
Yeah, you said it as soon as you said, "Is this a trick?"
Yeah. All right. Well done.
So next up, we got a 21 Conti GT. This is a V8 with the twin turbo, and damn, son, where'd you get this paint?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
And Hotspur and damn, son, leather upholstery.
Damn, son, where'd you
son.
find this?
And it's coming up against a Carrera Targa G50, 55,000 miles shown on a repaired odometer. It's got the G50, it's got the LSD, it's on Venetian blue metallic paint over silk gray leather upholstery, and of course, it's on 16-inch forks.
Fools.
Forks.
Well, again, I mean, I don't know. G-body cars, even with the G50, are expensive, but they're not that expensive. So I feel like you're fucking with me again.
Well, this is a pretty nice Conti too.
I said almost brand new Conti. I mean, that's got to be high ones, I would think.
And it's on beautifully polished.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
So I'm gonna go with the 911, just because I think you're dicking with me.
He's going with the 911. It was the Conti GT by $1,000.
God damn it!
115 to 114.
Oh, what a crock!
Only $1,000 between them. Okay, next
Yeah,
up for you. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say my gut feeling would be the Bentley on that one, but you've been jerking me around so much here.
Next up, we got a
Ooh,
Cadillac.
I saw this CTSV. I did not see the sale price. So,
Yeah.
But I saw the listing.
So it is a CTSV sedan. It's the sort of the generation where you could get the wagon, the sedan, or the coupe, which means that it comes with a 6.2 LSA V8 supercharged. This one is an automatic, something to be aware of. Going up against a 2016 F-Type S Coupe with 60,000 miles, a supercharged 3-liter V6, and the 8-speed automatic transmission, as I believe all the S's came with.
Automatic CTSV coupe, not a wagon.
Not a wagon. It's a sedan, not
The
a coupe.
manual. I'm sorry. Yeah, sedan. That's what I meant. The manual wagons are still there. I mean, those are big money. That's
Those
like
are big
70,
money.
60, 70.
Yep.
An auto.
Even the auto wagons.
Sedan.
Even the auto wagons.
I mean, I know.
Is pretty big money.
I know F-types depreciate like crazy, but
Yeah, it's a 2016 versus an 09 though, and this is a sedan. You know, these are getting down.
Oh,
as well.
but that's a V6 F-Type. Okay, I thought it was an R.
Yeah, no, it's S Coupe.
Okay, then I think the CTS-V sold for more.
He's going for the CTS-V. 31 versus 33 for the S-Type or S Coupe.
Damn it!
Close one again. Not much between them. $2,000 separates them. Up next, we got a 1999 E39 M3 Vert. It has the 3.2 liter straight six over the manual.
E36.
Over the manual transmission. What did I say? E39. Yeah, E36. Over the manual transmission.
What the hell is a manual?
It's a manual transmission.
Kind of rare option.
It's
That's gonna add value.
It's Estoril blue over Great Napa.
Factor that in.
You're gonna have to factor that in. It's got onboard computer.
How can I help you?
It's had a replacement black soft top. It's going up against a 33,000 mile 2006 Mini Cooper S John Cooper Works GP. This is the cream.
JCW Jeep. The supercharged one.
Of the cream. Yes, this is an earlier supercharged one with the 6-speed manual transaxle.
Those 4-spokes were so good too. Those cars are awesome.
With the factory carbon rear wing. Yeah, these are pretty special cars.
That's a pretty cool E36.
It is also a pretty cool E36, yeah. Even though it's a Vert.
Estoril, 52,000 miles. Oh man. That just because of the color and the miles on the E36, I'm gonna say it sold for more.
You got it. 35.5 versus 22.9.
All right, got one.
Pretty good buy for the John Cooper Works GP, though, I think.
Yeah, that's low miles for that too, man. Yeah, those are fucking. I'd rather have the JCW.
Yeah, me too.
Be clear, that thing's awesome.
I mean, I think if the M3 was a coupe, I'd rather have it. But
yeah, because Estoril with the manual, I mean, that's a cool car too.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like this was a lot of money for a Vert.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Vert's being a Vert M car just tanks the value, it seems like. Okay, I got one more for you. It's a modified 32,000 mile 2003 Evo 8. Now its modifications are pretty tasteful. It's all Greddy stuff. It's got a Greddy wastegate, blow-off valve, ultimate ECU. It's got ARP headsets and Walbro fuel pump, a Helix exhaust system, LSD. I mean, I think they all had like 3 LSDs.
Yeah.
A Momo wheel, aircon. Ooh, it's got air conditioning. But
wow,
I gave you these additional pictures here to show you that it wasn't completely mauled underneath. It looks pretty correct down here. It's got a strut tower.
No, it looks
braced.
tasty.
Yeah, it's got a strut tower braced. I mean, the interior looks completely factory.
And how many miles are on this?
32,000 miles, and this is the first time we've seen a actually accepted mileage. I think they just call it that. It's not shown.
Yeah.
It's going up against.
Wow, so a low mile but heavily modified Evo.
Low mile but heavily but tastefully modified Evo. Going up against a 1987 Buick Regal Turbo T. Only 4,000 miles shown, but it is replacement gauges. It's got the turbo 3.8 V6. It has an automatic transmission, LSD, white paint over red cloth, and the black basket weave wheels, baby, just like you want.
Ooh. So a Turbo T was like below the
Grand National.
The Grand National and the GNX.
Yes, and this one.
But it still had the turbo motor.
It still had the 3.8 turbo V6. Yes, this one does not have the T-tops like a Triple T would have. But I think in the collector communities they actually prefer the slick top ones over the T-top ones.
Ooh,
which of these
tough?
Which of these do you think sold for more?
Gosh, I don't know shit about either of these markets.
These are both big enthusiast markets.
Yeah. Like, even though they're tasteful modifications with the Evo, I think a stock one sells for more.
Yeah. That's
Had
generally
they
true.
left,
Unless
had they left it alone and it had 32,000 miles. Oof.
yeah.
But because of that, I'm gonna go with the Boomer selection and go with the Regal.
The Regal. Give me a guess of what you think each sold for.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
This is just for fun.
I'm gonna say 30 on the Evo and 40 on the Regal.
40 and 51. So yes, you got it. More for the Regal. But man, 51K for this Regal.
Yeah.
I thought that was
mean,
a pretty good result.
That's a phenomenal result, surely. I mean, again, I don't follow this fucking garbage, but
I like these cars. I think old Regals are cool as hell.
yeah, I mean they're undeniably cool.
Yeah, I mean nobody thinks that they're anything other than quick in a straight line, but man, they're cool.
Yeah,
like the old.
I'd have the Evo.
Yeah, well, yeah, the Evo's quick in every situation, and it would be.
Yeah, and it's an 8, which 8 was my generation. I remember when the 8 came out, dude. It was like, oh.
Yeah.
So cool. That was the first one we got in the U.S.
Yep, first one to come stateside. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely the one that I wanted when I was looking for them, but man, it's so hard to find clean, affordable 8s and 9s anymore. There's so many more 10s around that it was just, it was a foregone conclusion. When you find a...
I'm sure they did. I'm sure those 8s and 9s didn't sell terribly well in the U.S. when they first came here. That's probably a bit of a gamble for them.
Right, they cost a small fortune back then, and when you find a clean, unmolested one with low miles now, that it just costs a fortune.
Yeah, you can say the same thing about the E30 M3 when they decided to bring that here. Like nobody wanted it, cost too much, blah blah blah.
Yep.
All right. Cool cars.
So tell me how this inflation game works, Patty.
Okay, so here's my thought on this one, and some of these could be up for debate because this was sort of not terribly well thought out.
Okay.
But my thoughts is, you're gonna tell me what you think the MSRP of this car was in period.
Okay.
Okay, you see I've blanked out the price as tested there.
I see. Yep.
Yeah, so that, and some of them are as tested, some of them are MSRP, like base price.
Right.
It's never a huge fluctuation, you know what I mean? But that's like with options, but I'll give you some leeway on that. Because I took all these from old car and driver issues, which, and then you're going to tell me if the modern equivalent, the closest to modern equivalent, so like this one's a 96 C4S, where we would be looking at a 2025, like a 992. I don't think there's a C4S anymore, but a 992 Carrera S4 or whatever it is.
Yeah, the 4-wheel drive one.
Yeah. So you're going to tell me if you think, accounting for inflation, if it was cheaper or more expensive than it is now.
Interesting.
To get a C4. You see what I mean?
I see what you mean.
Okay.
Okay, so this one, 1996 model year, 4S. I mean, God, I gotta think it was probably worth. It was probably like, I don't know, 60,000 probably in their time, and God, I don't know what a new one costs. 120,000 maybe.
Okay, so 60,000 then.
Yeah.
And is that
more or less
cheaper or more than a modern 992?
So that's really what I'm trying to come up with here. Is it cheaper or more than the equivalent one after inflation?
Yeah.
Okay, I bet the old one is cheaper. Okay, so
$78,000. is equivalent to 120,000 today. So yes.
So yes, it's cheaper than any of them. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So this is where the debate comes in, because there's not really a 1-to-1 equivalent, right? If you want a Carrera 4,
right,
it's the top of the line. It has to be a GTS, which they didn't have back then.
right.
But so in this case, like if you said it's cheaper,
It's cheaper
you
than
win
all of them.
automatically.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I mean, there's sort of the argument here with this game that, you know, all cars are gonna be more modern because, you know, they've got so much more technology in them and yada yada yada. But, you know, shit is also cheaper to manufacture than it's ever been. So I could see how this game could get interesting. Specifically, Porsche
it does.
Specifically, Porsche has got more expensive over the years, which is why I felt pretty confident in that first guess.
And maybe I should make it a 2-pointer on each one. So if it's, I don't know how to base your guess on the what it cost back then. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I can't be like, oh yeah, right or wrong.
Yeah. So maybe we should just stick with the cheaper, more expensive one. That'd be easiest to say, I suppose.
Yeah, but it's fun to guess the price and period as well.
It is, if just for fun, if for nothing else. So the 2003 SL55 AMG. So this is the V8 one, yep. 5.4 liter, yeah. 500 horsepower, 516 torques. Man, this thing could fucking boogie for 2003, huh?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Curb weight 4,400 pounds for a convertible, though. It was a bit of a pig.
Oh man, that's super heavy.
Yeah. I mean, that's like what a fucking Challenger weighs.
That is, yeah. That's what my Charger weighed. 4.5 seconds to 60, though.
And what
it was a monster.
And what are we comparing this to? A modern
yeah,
Vert SL.
So the current AMG SL, they're all AMG SLs now. So I've listed the range down there, but I think the current most fair comparison is the SL63. Because atop that they have these hybrid ones now, which I feel like would be the comparison to the SL65 of the day.
Okay.
The V12 one, and this is the V8. So yeah.
So I'm comparing to the modern V12 one or the modern hybrid one?
The modern non-hybrid V8 SL.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that the old one was more expensive on this one, because man,
okay,
500 horsepower, 500 torques in this era, that had to be just a weapon. 207 versus 188. Okay. Yeah.
Damn.
So the young man is off to the races here. 2 for 2.
Damn, 2 for 2. I mean, that was a good one there.
Yeah.
So I couldn't believe the equivalent was 207,000 for that thing in 2002.
I mean, just trying to think about that kind of power in 2002 must have been tough to even wrap your head around. 516 torques, baby.
It was a monster. Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking about a 1997 Integra Type R compared to a 2024 Honda Type R? Honda Civic Type R?
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like that's the closest modern equivalent, right? Because they have like the Integra Type S.
Yeah.
But that's not really. I mean, that thing's kind of bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like a Civic Type R plus 10 grand.
Yeah, and I think it's a sedan too, isn't it? The new Integra Type S.
I mean, I think.
So anyway,
technically the Honda is as well, I suppose, even though it's a hatchback sedan.
Yeah.
Yeah, a 5-door.
I think the new CTR is the closest equivalent to this ITR.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
And I know these things cost a small fortune now, but in period, I'm not really sure if they cost you that much. I think
that was a big deal. The best handling front drive car of all time.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
they say.
Didn't make a ton of torque though. 130. Could this thing get out of its own way?
But almost 200 horsepower.
Yeah.
And rev to the fucking moon, I assume.
Right.
9,000 or whatever.
You had to rev it out to get any motion out of this thing.
to get away from the red light.
Yeah.
Take it up to 10.
I'm gonna say that it was more expensive, the old one, than the new one.
Okay. I genuinely can't remember the answer to this one. I'm curious too.
48.1. Yep. So it was close, but it was more.
Oh, it sure was. Damn.
Yep.
You are slaying this game.
Yeah.
I haven't missed a single one.
Yep. Not yet. I haven't. All right. A C4 ZR1.
Let's go, baby.
The king of the hill. So are we?
I left the quote. I left the quote in there on this one too. Unless we miss our guess.
Is going to cost.
It's going to cost some people at General Motors their jobs.
I don't understand. Why is it going to cost people at GM their jobs?
Because it was insane, dude. It was way too expensive. I was sure I gave that away.
Oh yeah.
It used a goddamn European tuned engine.
European tuned engine built by a goddamn boat motor company.
Yeah, it was bonkers when it came out.
Yeah, that's why I figured it would save some people their jobs, but I guess that wasn't the thinking in the halcyon days of the early 90s.
Of course not. No, they were cutting costs.
June
and then
1989. Yeah. Okay, so what am I comparing this against? The C8 ZR1?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I guess pricing is announced on that now, huh? Is it what, like 175 to start, something like that? So 1989.
What do you think the ZR1 MSRP was in '89?
I mean, I suppose it had to be a fortune. I bet it was like 70 grand back in the late 80s, which is like what a huge house in Beverly Hills cost in the late 80s. So
figuring for inflation.
Yeah.
Where are we at?
Well, I want to say that the old one's going to cost more, but it just seems tough to wrap your head around that it could cost more than that.
Insane.
1,000 horsepower monster they've cranked out. Damn. I bet this one is pretty close. I'm gonna say that the C4 is less than the new ZR1. 126. Your boy cannot miss.
Yeah, it was only 50 grand back in the day.
Yeah.
Which was probably insane.
Yeah. A house in Beverly Hills. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. 4 for 4. Last one.
94 Diablo VT. So this has the viscous 4-wheel drive system.
That's right. And we're comparing against the Revuelto.
The Revuelto. Wow.
What do you think a Diablo cost in '94?
0 to 60 in 5.9 seconds, huh? Is that it?
Is that a joke?
I mean,
I didn't see that. That's so slow.
I think my V6 Mustang was faster than that.
Yeah, the Alpha would leave it for dead. The Alpha's 5.2.
Blow the doors off the thing.
Yeah. Back there making a bunch of noise.
Man, if that's the all-wheel drive one, what did the two-wheel drive one do?
Wow, that's shocking.
Man, and 3,900 pounds. This thing was a fucking pig, wasn't it? I guess it had that.
What's is the top speed on there? I bet it would do close to 200. They probably had super long gearing.
Long gears, yeah, and probably 5-speed manual.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, 1994 Diablo VT. I gotta think this was like a.
This one Trump was shopping around, dude.
Yeah, I mean he had one of these.
He bought one of these bitches.
Well, his was a Roadster. I gotta think this was probably like 250 grand back in the 90s money. And we're comparing this to a Revuelto. I got no idea what those cost. It's well established on this podcast that I don't know dick about Lamborghinis after about 1996. I don't know anything about post-Megatech Lamborghinis.
Post-Megatech. Apparently neither of us do, because what the fuck, 5.9 seconds? Get out of here. Why would anyone have bought one?
I mean, look at it. It looks awesome.
Yeah, you're right. I would have bought one.
It's got a screaming V12 click-clacking and a gated manual. I mean, what's not to like? I would rather have the rear-wheel drive one. Or really what's the purple special edition? That's the best one.
The SE30.
The SE30, yeah, that's the one you want.
Or the Yota, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, man, this is a tough one. Because I know these modern ones. What the hell is that Revuelto? That's a more special Lambo, isn't it?
No, it's just the new. I mean, it's the new flagship V12, which this would have been.
Okay.
Revuelto it's like a hybrid thing now, but yeah, but it's the new big Lambo, which was this at the time.
Yeah. I'm gonna say the old one, the VT, was more expensive.
Yeah, I know it's close.
Oh, 596 to 608.
I got you on one.
R.I.P. to my perfect sweep.
Well, my sweep was far from perfect. So you did great on that game, honestly.
Yeah, I'm pleased with myself.
Yeah, you did really well. You picked really close ones too. I mean, some of those were kind of a crapshoot.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this one was $200 more.
I mean, I was trying to trick you.
yeah, you can't make it easy.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to make it easy. This isn't based on an Huracan?
No, this is the new.
God, it looks just
V12
like
Lambo.
one. It looks exactly like one, though.
Yeah, they all kind of have the same design language.
I suppose, but man, this one really looks like a Huracan.
Yeah, no, dude, this thing's rad. Have you not watched or read anything about the Revuelto?
This looks like the Devo to the
to the Aventador.
The Devo is to the what is it called? The other Bugatti, as the Revuelto is to the Huracan. They just put this big rocker panel thing on the side.
This is the new 1,000 horsepower V12 Lambo, and what's cool about it is they still put a V12 in it. And they're the only ones to do that, so God bless them.
Yeah, I think we listened to exhaust audio of this on like the second or third episode of the show, I believe.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Because it had just
kind of dropped, and now they're
600 grand, huh?
Delivered. 600 grand, and 600 grand for a Diablo back in the day. I had a lot of fun making that game, finding those old Car and Driver like archived articles.
Right. Yeah, but that was
it's like shit. That thing was 600 grand back for 0 to 60 in 5.9.
You know what? I'd still rather have that. Come on, clacking with the big V12 right behind your head.
Yeah.
Who cares about this 1,000 horsepower all-wheel drive garbage? But yeah, of course, as we said before, SE30 all the way.
Same price. And it was fascinating to how much people bitch about how expensive cars have gotten. But they really haven't.
They really haven't. And you get so much more. They're so much safer. There's so much more technology packed.
Yeah, they cost the same. We're just getting fucking old. Yeah. That's the only difference.
Yeah. But, you know, as we've already discussed, I would rather have the old one in every single example you posted.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah. All right, well, let's leave it there for this week, Patty. This was a fun one. I had a great time.
Let's do it. Thanks everyone for 100 subscribers.
Yeah.
Big surprise coming.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna get a
I'll
big
give you
reward.
I'll give you a sneak peek. I've never seen any Fast and Furious film past Tokyo Drift, which Austin says is a travesty on par with what's going on in Los Angeles right now.
Yeah, maybe worse than what's going on in Gaza, but we'll get to that too.
Yeah, so I'm going to be forced, like Clockwork Orange style, to watch the new ones.
The Ludovico technique.
Yeah.
Yes. Ludovico technique.
So that's coming.
What the hell? There it is. There's the Ludovico technique.
Yeah. That's going to be me watching Fast X or whatever.
No, we're going to start with number 4, which is not the best of the series, but it's the first one that you haven't seen. It's not the worst either. It's sort of it's the beginning of the fun ones, I think. You know, the first 3 take themselves a little too seriously. The 4th one certainly isn't the best, but it's
forget about it, cut.
It's a lot of fun. Second one's one of the best. I think after we get through 4 through 10, we'll wrap back around and do 1, 2, 3, just so you can revisit. But
cleanse the palate.
Cleanse the palate, exactly. But so forget about it, cuh.
Marone's tapping her. Tapping her.
So forget about it, cuh. All right. Until next week, I'm Austin.
I'm Patty. See y'all later.
All right. Bye. Well, like and subscribe, you old son of a bitch. Come on now.